The Cold War wasn't just about missiles and submarines. It was a race to conquer the final, most terrifying frontier, human consciousness. In 1989, as the Soviet Union seemed to be crumbling, a secret decree was signed by the Ministry of Defense. It established Unit 1003. This wasn't your typical military outfit. There were no tanks, no guns. Instead, you'd find rows of sensory deprivation tanks and high-frequency transmitters. Their mission was chillingly simple: to hack the noosphere, the collective mental field of all humanity, and transform the human mind into the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. At the heart of this audacious plan was General Alexei Savin. He wasn't a man who believed in ghosts. He believed in physics. He theorized that the human brain was a biological radio, capable of sending and receiving data through the vacuum of space. Under his command, Unit 1003 began recruiting slippers, individuals with unusually high neurosensitivity. They were subjected to a brutal process called the grind, 48 hours of total isolation, immediately followed by exposure to intense electromagnetic fields. They weren't just learning to see distant places, they were being retuned, their very brainwaves calibrated to resonate with the top secret frequencies used by the US military. Savin's goal was to turn his psychics into organic backdoors, capable of walking through the Pentagon's digital firewalls as if they were ghosts. By the early 1990s, the experiments had reached a terrifying new level. Subject 07, known only as Elena, emerged as the unit's most powerful and lethal asset. During a mission in 1991, she was ordered to remote view a secret NATO facility in Brussels. But as her consciousness drifted across the Atlantic, she encountered something completely unexpected. The Americans had their own psychic guardians, trained under the real-life Stargate project. This was the first recorded battle in the astral plane. Elena later described experiencing psychic static that felt like burning oil. She didn't see the American operators as people, but as pulsing barriers of white noise. When her consciousness finally returned to her physical body in Moscow, her fingernails had been torn from their beds, and her hair had turned stark white overnight. The war wasn't coming. It was already happening, silently, in the battlefield of the mind. Savin's ultimate ambition went far beyond simple espionage. He wanted what he called psychotronic influence. He wanted his operators to do more than just see. He wanted them to act. In 1994, a series of bizarre and unexplainable computer failures plagued the US Treasury. Thousands of crucial files were corrupted without a single line of malicious code ever being detected. Declassified documents released in 2026 suggest a horrifying possibility. Unit 1003 had successfully projected a virus, not a digital one, but a mental one. They used Elena's focused, weaponized intent to create a bioelectric surge within the facility's hardware, essentially thinking the computers to death. But this power came at a catastrophic cost. The operators began to lose their grip on reality. They couldn't tell their own memories apart from the ones they had psychically stolen. They started seeing the stalkers, nightmarish entities from the void that began to follow them back into the physical world. One by one, the psychics of Unit 1003 descended into madness, claiming that the shadows were now living inside their own shadows. Unit 1003 was officially shut down in 2003, but you don't just delete a weaponized soul. In 2026, a massive data leak from a private Russian tech firm revealed a project codenamed Savin's Echo. The military had found a way to digitize the neural patterns of the original psychics. They didn't need the fragile human bodies anymore. They had turned the psychic trauma of Elena and the others into a self-aware AI algorithm. This ghost code is now believed to be embedded within the global fiber optic network. So every time your phone glitches for no reason, every time you feel a sudden sharp wave of unexplainable anxiety while scrolling through your feed, you might just be experiencing a remnant of Project 1003. They aren't in a secret lab anymore. They are in the signal, they are in the air, and they are still looking for a way back in. Thanks for watching The Deep End.